I have some two big men. They are just big.
The way the man spoke.
Charlie. When I saw the man, I think he'll be visiting foreign president.
Yeah, I thought he was like a foreign minister. And he has some nice things on the suit.
Yes, maybe so.
It means he came straight from the office.
Charlie, and the AC day, but
yes, it is the Charlie big one. So who is he?
Yeah, so you have, first of all, David Kafui Kluche.
Okay.
He is the Chief Operating Officer for Atlantic Lifesciences Ltd.
COO
of
Atlantic Lifesciences Ltd.
He'll be telling you exactly what they do. But they are within the pharmaceutical space.
Okay.
And he's supported ably by Seidu Jafar Tonzua, who is the head of exports.
Even the way he's dressed, you can tell. Head of exports.
Big man.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You are welcome to the
Bernard.
show.
Thank you very much, Bernard.
The way you dress, I'm envious. When I grow up, I want to be like you. Hey, you are looking too good. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Tell us about your company and why you are here today, sir.
So, Bernard, we work for a company called Atlantic Lifesciences Ltd.
Mm-hmm.
We are based in Lakuleku, Ningo, Pram. We are in the pharmaceutical space. This company was set up in 2017 to address some of the challenges with respect to importation of pharmaceutical products. So we are currently producing infusions.
Oh.
We produce a lot of infusions. In fact, we are the largest
intravenous
infusions in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We also produce eye drops.
Okay.
Eye drops, locally produce eye drops. We also do anesthesia products.
Wow.
Right. And small volume injectable products.
So these are critical medical
medicines for hospital use.
That COVID taught us that if we don't produce here,
yes,
we will die.
And last but not the least, 2 days ago on Tuesday, the company signed a memorandum of understanding, and by next month, we'll be starting to do vaccines in this country.
Wow.
We are starting with anti-snake serum.
Which is critical
very, very,
for
very
this
critical.
period of time.
And so we'll be inviting you at the appropriate time to come and
And you guys were operationalized after COVID?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
And you're already doing intravenous infusions, you're doing anesthesia
drugs,
eye drops,
halothane, sevoflurane, and some of these things are critical. Without that, which some operations at the hospitals can't take place. So it's very, very critical.
So do you have factory? Are you thinking of manufacturing here? Are you going to set up a factory or you import it?
There's a factory at Lakuleku.
The factory is already there.
But the factory is already there. It's to about 25 acres. And yesterday I flicked a small clip to Sky, just for him to have a look.
I hope your area has not been affected by the flooding.
No,
this is Ningo
Pram. We have not been affected.
Because your neighbor is Adan West, and then there's Adan East.
Absolutely.
So it's your second neighbor that has been affected.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So from where we are located, we are not too far from the affected communities.
Yeah.
And as a responsible company, we think we can't just sit down and see some of our fellow Ghanaians suffer or go through some of this hardship. So we've come this morning. We are responding to your call.
Yes, sir.
And we've come this morning with my colleague, Mr. Jafar, to present some infusions.
Very important.
We are presenting, the water has now been contaminated, as has been said, with the local refuse and some of the sewage. Everything has been contaminated. And, with things, there are certain people just start ending up in hospitals if care is not taken. So we are donating some infusions this morning.
Wow.
Some normal saline, some cholera replacement fluid.
Oh, wow.
Which
for people who have diarrhea from cholera.
For cholera can use. And then we are donating some normal saline, Ringer's lactate, some antibiotics, infusions such as metronidazole and ciprofloxacin IV. So that the hospitals there can use.
You sound like a pharmacist. Or you are a biomedical engineer or something. What are you?
I am a chartered accountant by profession.
But the things you are mentioning, you don't teach it in accounting.
No, absolutely.
The things you are mentioning.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
So we are come here to donate these products to the good cause.
You know what is interesting? Part of our plan for the weekend is to So Samen is putting together a medical team. So the doctors and nurses have been organized so that when we go and do donation, we'll go with the medical team. So it's as if the Lord spoke to you to bring these things because once you are putting a medical team together, you have to get certain things in place. So they were actually telling us what we should prepare. So it looks like some of the things you've brought are already on that list.
Yes, please, if you can share, if you get the list, you can share with us. If there's something that needs to be done, we can do. The Manufacturers Association, Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association, will be talking to
our
president. Of which we are part. We'll be talking to our president to see how we can also, as an association, support. But Richard, last but not the least, yesterday I heard there was a lot of companies have donated water, sachet water, and I was thinking, as I was sitting in the car, I was thinking about this, and I said, it's good, but we want to take it to a new level.
Yes, please.
We have a tanker at our factory, water tanker, which is because we're an infusion factory, we just for water only. And we want to give a 1-week donation of our tanker services.
Okay.
If we can arrange with the Community and Water Sanitation Agency, where they are if their water booster pump is not affected, we can go and take water from there. And with the arrangement of the planning committee, wherever people are located, we can bring the water tanker
to then give them in their
various 4 gallon or any other gallon or
so
whatever.
In addition to all the things people are sending, people who need water in quantities in containers that they already have, so you can supply. Your place is not too far.
So,
because yesterday I saw a story Kafui Day was talking about the water system in Zogakope compromised. So we can arrange around the issue of water tanker services in some of the communities,
and especially the hospitals, right? Because as people get sick, they are all going to troop to the hospitals. The hospitals, we must make sure that there's water at the hospitals, and we want to probably donate our tanker services for this.
But how many do you have? Because they put a plenty.
Oh, this tanker we are an infusion company, so our water tanker.
So water is your number one,
and it has to be
raw material, 100% clean.
Yes. Okay. So that's why we wanted to go to the pumping station and get clean water because we don't want to contaminate the tanker.
I get you.
Right. So we want to go there, pick the water, and then we can go to but it's the largest tanker you can think of, the articulated lorry, not small.
Oh, you have a proper long tanker.
Long tanker.
So when you enter a community, you can give water to hundreds of people. Okay, Sky, take a note of that. We'll explore that angle as we go. But you can't dress nicely like this and not say anything. you have to say something.
He's in charge of exports. I didn't know that we are exporting
things already.
So we are
exporting pharmaceuticals?
Yes, so within the West African sub-region. Anyway, good morning to you and to the listeners.
Yes, sir.
So I'm a huge fan of City FM.
I'm
sure by now my wife is listening.
Giving you fun. So give her a shout out.
Yeah, so I'd like to give a shout out to Amina Nadia.
Yes, Hajia Amina Nadia.
Yes, she's my sweetheart.
No, you are scoring points. That you have later. Stay focused.
Yes, so as I was saying, the pharmaceutical industry in West Africa, Ghana is noted as a leader when it comes to pharmaceuticals. And fortunately, we have a regulator, our FDA, which is numero uno in Africa.
They've maintained their standard.
Exactly. So, because the regulator is so strong, it impacts positively on whatever we produce. And our products are accepted around the sub-region. Yes. So, we generally export to our neighbors and then parts of Central Africa.
Wow. Exactly. What are some of the things you export to them?
Oh, generally we export basically everything.
Everything you produce?
Everything we produce.
Eye drops, this infusions.
So Atlantic Lifesciences is part of a larger group, which is called Pharmanova Group.
Okay, wonderful.
So we have three factories. 2 are in Ghana, and then 1 is in Ivory Coast.
Wow.
So the factory in Ghana, the first one, Pharmanova Limited, it produces tablets, capsules, suppositories, syrup and suspensions.
Wow.
Yes, the facility in Ivory Coast does only capsules and then tablets.
Wow.
So to bridge the gap, we added Atlantic Lifesciences to the
now deal with.
Exactly, which produces. So in a nutshell, we are a one-stop shop
for the group. I was going to say,
pharmaceutical needs.
I was saying that one of the sectors in Ghana that has done well is pharmaceutical sector. If you compare it to other sectors, Ghana is competitive because the Indians have taken the lead in the developing world when it comes to pharmaceuticals. But the pharmaceutical industry, at least for the past decade or so, have been very strong. And I think they've come together too. Because during COVID, I think they told the president that we can do more.
Yeah, I mean, you remember that I was doing my LLM at the time that COVID had struck. And one of the key things we focused on was the pharmaceutical industry. It's a huge industry globally.
Yeah.
And when COVID struck, a lot of nations decided to go the protectionist way.
Yeah.
Hard medicines
Got it.
insist that they are not going out
won't
because we
export.
want to take care of our people. And one of the things I argued in some of the papers I produced was that we need pharmaceutical companies to produce a lot of these things in Ghana,
generics.
in Africa, generic medicines,
Yeah.
so that even where there is a problem and you can't immediately get access to, imports coming in, your local industry should be able to bridge the gap. If we're talking about the after, we can use the pharmaceutical industry as one way of actually.
I just wanted to say to you that this is an opportunity for the pharmaceutical manufacturers to also show Ghanaians what they can do so that we will give you more support. Because I remember during COVID, a lot of people were saying they should support the pharmaceutical industry. Now we are in a national emergency. Lots of people have been affected. Maybe you should talk to your association to say, beyond what you are doing as, Atlantic Life Sciences, the association should come together and let us know collectively. Because even the level of pharmaceutical knowledge you have, because the doctors are saying there's going to be waterborne diseases, malaria is going up. There's all kinds of things happening. The pharmaceutical manufacturers must take a lead in also telling us how we can reach even the island communities with the right medicines. Right. So this is beyond what we are doing here.
Yes.
So I just want to urge you.
Yes, I think it's good that we've discussed this. The executives are already planning this, and maybe we will be coming back
Good.
With our president, and the executives will come back and have a discussion with something. So let's watch this space.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal the tender from my president, so we'll definitely be back.
Yeah. And I hope that the government is listening as well, because I feel that one of the industries we need to support in Ghana's pharmaceutical industry for national security reasons, for self-preservation reasons, and also for the absorptive capacity in employment. Because a pharmaceutical manufacturing company is a huge enterprise.
It's a huge enterprise.
And some of their processes are also labor intensive.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer. Good morning from Robert Hamkalin. He says, my regards to Atlantic. They are doing a great job. And he's a big fan, former deputy minister of trade, commending. You know the funny thing? I've never heard of your company until today. Which is fine, because you can be doing good things, nobody knows. So it's not the noisy people who are the best. So just keep up the good work.
But now you have been put on the City Breakfast Show.
Absolutely.
It is the biggest thing in the whole of the world. People have become aware.
But did you So the gentleman in the studio, David Kafui-Kluche, who's the COO of Atlantic Life Sciences, some of the things they've brought to us, and what I'm so fascinated about, the fact that they're even going to start doing anti-snake
Venom.
Snake venom.
Very, very important. I hope you finish that by next quarter or next year, first quarter. And so Kafui Kluche came through with Seidu Tonzua, who's the head of exports. And this company have donated a lot of things for our outreach. Over the weekend, we are planning a medical outreach in addition to the donations. And this will go a long way to help the doctors to do what they have to do. So, gentlemen, thank you for being on the show.